Over 30 years ago, Formula One had some of the most incredible technology the sport has ever seen. The cars had automatic, self-adjusting suspension that would move up and down to increase grip and performance. Look at this onboard footage of the Williams FW14B at Spa. Notice how the car is unbelievably stable with next to no body roll in the corners. Compare this to Ayrton Senna's McLaren that year and notice the instability and roll of the car due to the conventional spring and damper suspension system. The system was the brainchild of famous designer Frank Durney and called active suspension. This, combined with the new traction control and semi-automatic gearboxes, made the 1992 Williams unstoppable. In fact, it still holds the record for the most dominant car in Formula One history.
Active suspension was banned from F1 in 1993. It was considered too dangerous for all the other cars without active suspension to chase Williams into the corners too fast to handle. The conventional passive suspension used are also in the passenger cars we drive today, making them harder to control at speed. This is due to the physics of how the sprung mass of the body and the unsprung mass of the wheels interact with the ground. Most cars have at least a 10-to-1 sprung mass to unsprung ratio. In this illustration, you can see the difference between a 15-to-1 ratio versus a 10-to-1 ratio. The lower the ratio, the more the wheels leave the ground and loses traction. The purpose for active suspension is to keep the wheel on the ground, not only to provide a safer ride, but a smoother ride.
For 24 years, Bose worked on what it hoped would be a revolutionary electromagnetic suspension system that would offer an incredibly smooth ride for cars. The secret project was called Project Sound.
You should be able to build a car that basically flies along the ground, stays level all the time.
In the end, the project was a technical success but a commercial failure. The suspension system was deemed too heavy and too expensive to integrate into mainstream vehicles.
Today, Indigo has invented robotic wheels with active suspension built in for no additional cost, enabling a whole new class of ultra-efficient and affordable light EVs with superior comfort and handling. Started by award-winning MIT professor Ian Hunter and now led by serial MIT entrepreneur Will Grayland, along with a talented team of hardware, software, and manufacturing experts. The innovations start right here, in the wheel. Traditional hub motors are heavy and require larger suspension to handle the unsprung mass. Indigo created the world's first built-in active suspension motor that increases safety, comfort, and usable cabin space while providing ample highway power.
Can you feel the difference?
Oh, absolutely. Are you kidding? It's not even close. Oh.
It was incredibly smooth. I mean, you barely notice that you're going over a bump. Yeah, I mean, the difference is remarkable.
Conventional passive suspension on lightweight vehicles can be too stiff or too soft, depending on how many people are in the car. Our software-controlled active suspension system enables a safer ride, unparalleled control and handling, and responsive adjustments to curves, potholes, speed bumps, and rough roads. Indigo's first EV, the Flow, also features more interior space than the most popular SUV in America, while being lighter and costing 6 times less per mile in energy use. Due to its efficiency, the Flow has a much smaller battery pack and carbon footprint than the average EV and charges 2 to 3 times faster at standard level 2 chargers, while still having a range of up to 250 miles per charge. Its low flat floor, dual sliding doors, and centered driving console make loading, entry, and exit effortless for drivers and passengers. It's time for a whole new class of smoother, roomier, and more affordable mobility for our planet. Let's Indigo.